A dramatic last-minute win in overtime for UMass. The Minutemen going into Pittsburgh to face Duquesne. UMass entering the game with a dismal record, but would rely on some hot shooting to get them the win. The Minutemen overcame a 16-point halftime deficit against Duquesne. Ricky Harris had 22 of his 29 points in the second half as the Minutemen were red hot from the three-point stripe. In the last seconds, UMass tied the game, sending it into overtime, where Sean Carter dunk sealed the win. We talked to Coach Kellogg right after the win.
You know, on occasion we give the other team some easy buckets and easy plays. So to see them, you know, really reward themselves for practicing and playing hard and playing well, to come away with the W on the road is always satisfying. And for me, it's great, but it's even better for the kids too.
The Minutemen face St. Joe's on Sunday here at the Mullet.
It's obviously in a good old-fashioned, fight where both teams were throwing, punches and competing at a high level. And unfortunately, one team had to lose because I thought both teams gave it their all out there, played with a lot of heart. And, in overtime, they came out with a nice lead, and our guys fought back. And we got some better play in the second half, and we did a nice job on the backboards, which is something we've done for a while now. Making some shots to go along with that was nice.
Derek, we were down by 16, and you guys weren't taking any shots. Did it really seem plausible that you could come back and win this game?
Well, I felt like we could because we didn't make any shots. That if we took care of the ball and the ball started falling in on the offensive end, that we would at least make a game of it. I didn't know if we could definitely come back from 16 down. But when they started falling, it's always looks better. The plays you diagram and drop. So we fought pretty hard in the second half there.
Derek, you've been around this game a long time, and obviously it was skewed because of the overtime. Have you ever seen 60 rebounds in a game?
No, I haven't. At least not with our team, my own team. But the overtime helps a little bit. And I think the last time UMass team had 60 rebounds was '96, which you put Marcus Camby and some of those guys out there. That really makes a difference. Sean Carter was unbelievable on the glass tonight. And then going zone a little bit in the second half, we took some tough shots that he was able to clean up. So it was just something that happened. I'm not really sure exactly how.
You can't teach a kid to follow and tip dunk, and I mean you won effort points tonight in the last 20 minutes. Would you agree to that?
Yeah, we had some. That's really how we have to score and make plays, is off kind of broken plays and effort plays. And I think when we do that, we're a pretty good basketball team. When we're not capable of doing that, our record indicates we're not so good. So it was nice to see us get some second opportunities and come up with. I would say I think our two teams are really a mirror image of each other. I mean, coming in, just the style of play, the way we were both shooting the ball from the perimeter, how we need to score and get buckets. It's really two, as the game indicated, two pretty evenly matched teams on paper and at times on the floor.
Did you guys do anything different with Sanders in the second half? Or?
No, we picked up a little bit more at full court, which made the guards handle it a little bit more. Nothing really too much different.
Do you think you guys maybe took advantage of him being out a little bit, or felt that he was out?
I'm not sure if they even knew, but I knew he. I definitely think we took advantage when he was out. He's one of those guys that's just a difference maker on both ends. And with his tip back dunks, his blocks on the defensive end of the floor, and he's a tough matchup for any big guy who has to cover him.
Derek, how big was that three there at the end, before the halftime? It was a 15-point game. They were going to the last.
Well, since we had been down 17 our last two games at the half, or maybe 3 games, I'm not sure, but I felt like we were +5, only being down 12. That three by Ricky was huge, and it was really the only second one. We were 2 for 9 at the half, and that was one of them. And so I think that was a big boost for us to at least feel like we were in striking distance to some extent.
Is it hyperbole to say that, that stretch saved your season? That, you're down 16, you're falling to 13th place?
Yeah, I'm not sure. We're going to just push forward and try to get better every day and mature, really mature as a team. And there's some other stretches that have gone the other way that, if they flipped around, we probably wouldn't be in this situation. A lot like Duquesne. You have overtime games. It's what could be a bounce that doesn't go your way, a rebound, a deflection, a half-court heave. That's the strange thing about basketball is 1 point makes or breaks some games.
What would it mean to? We have such a young team. To go on a road and win a game like this, to come back from so far down and win an overtime. What's that mean to you?
Well, they're starting to believe. I think this reinforces a lot of things I've been teaching and coaching. A lot of times with young kids, you have to get them to believe that the process has an end result. And when you win games, they see it and then they feel it, and then at some point they take it over, and I don't have to coach every play as much. And tonight, especially in the second half, I was able to let those guys play and feel the game and figure it out.
The first half and the second half, I guess.
First half, we kind of played sluggish. We was like playing tired, and I guess we wasn't into it from the beginning of the game, which is not good. That's not the type of team we are. And in the second half, we all just came together. One of our coaches brought us in and basically said to us, the second half is important. It can determine our season here, and we just don't want to give our season up.
Rolled right up. I mean, you come back from 16 down. You could have fallen to 13th place in the A-10. Now you're right back up in the pack there. You know, I mean, that comeback, I mean, that could really be a turning point for you down the stretch.
I think so. We got to build off of this win. Come in tomorrow, practice, play hard. The thing with this team, we get complacent once we win one game, and we start to think we beat the #1 team in the country, and that's one thing that we can't do this week because we got a good St. Joe's team coming in here. That record may not show up, but they got good senior leadership. It's going to be a big game on Sunday.
He had 60 rebounds. He had 19 rebounds. I mean, let's talk about the boards.
That's one thing that we predicate ourselves on. We come to practice every day. We work hard on the glass. We work on our screen outs, our box outs for at least 15 to 20 minutes during practice. And that's one of our main focuses is rebounding the basketball and getting out in transition and running.
What about you? You got hot. You were kind of cold in the first half. Did something where you kind of, as a leader, leading scorer, kind of say, hey, we're down here, we'll come back?
Oh, I knew. The coaches just told me to keep shooting the ball. And I know that I'm going to make some shots eventually. In the second half, they started to fall in favor for me, and I made a lot of shots in the second half, helped my teammates out. Anthony Gurley helped me out a lot with making some shots. All of us played our role well today, and we got to build off of, like I said earlier.
Yeah. It's pretty big. I'm not really surprised because, like, man, they be all over us about rebounding. We, like, take each other out in practice trying to get rebounds. So, like, but in the end, it's working for us. We're, like, I'm almost out-rebounding every team we're playing against. And that's what helps us, extra possessions. That's, like, a big thing for our team because we get a lot of shots up. So, like, us getting extra possessions always helps us a lot.
Was it kind of Ricky there in the second half? He struggled in the first half, and he really turned it on in the second half and helped every rep for you guys.
It was a big key for us because he started to like make the right extra pass for us. He was scoring, but he was getting people wide open shots. That's what coach asked him to do: just be a leader and just lead us, and just keep getting everybody working hard and trying to get him out of here so he have a good finish the season off the right way, so he can move on and continue his career.
You were able to get a lot of follow-ups tonight, a lot of dunks.
Yeah.
I mean, against the team, it's also a pretty good rebounding team in this conference. What was kind of your secret to getting so many offensive boards?
Because every day we practice in practice. We practice the cleanup when our guards shoot and the other big man goes to block the shot. We have like our coach. We got to come up with a rebound, especially because like we always relocate and play away from the ball. So when they shoot it, most likely it's gonna come off towards your side. We practice like relocating and live dunks every day. So I mean that's a part of our offense. So and my man kept stepping over to help block the shot. So every time they shot it, it was easy way for me to dunk it back home.
This win could really be you see a turning point, a springboard for the rest of the year. You know, pick him and struggle, come back like this.
I would say it's a good feeling for us to win, but like I'm not going to settle for this because we still have a lot of things to work on. We gave a lot of games up earlier this year. We could have won. We finally closed the game out, so there's a lot of things we still need to work on. I think we gave a lot of straight line drives up, defensive rotations, missed free throws in the game that we got to make, stuff like that. We still can work on, but like it's always a good thing to win games. It helps pick everybody's confidence up and take it to this game on Sunday against St. Joe's.